So what we got going on right now in this video, I'm going to be doing a coolant flush, changing out my water pump and the two belts. I've already started the process. I got my tensioner out of the way so I can get more room to take out the water pump, because those 3 screws are hard to get to take the pulley out. But I've already got the belts off. I got the AC condenser dropped a bit. Got my tensioner out of the way, and right now what I'm going to be doing is working on the pulley. So as you see, I got the pulley out of the way. I had to get a new belt because, I mean, the belt doesn't look bad. Only spot is right here, and it's because the new tensioner I got, well, before I cleaned it, it was all full of rubber. It kind of still is, because once I got the car started, you can hear the belt squeaking. A lot of smoke came up, and it's because of this pulley. For some reason, I don't know, it didn't latch on good enough. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna try it again. I cleaned it out. I got the old belt here. I got the new water pump here. I got the alternator and the new alternator belt on the way. Should be here in a couple hours. This is the new water pump I have for it. Just make sure it has the gasket. It's obviously from Duralast. So here we go. Okay, yep, there's the gasket for it. So this is the water pump. I'm pretty much changing all these parts brand new because I don't know the history of it. And going by the work I had to do on it, it wasn't taken care of at all. So a new water pump is good to have, especially with the them having the wrong coolant. They didn't only have the wrong coolant in here, they had mostly water, which during the cold months that I had this car, when I first got it, it was all slushed up in there. So definitely doing a coolant flush. I got some I got this here to assist with the flush. Blue Devil radiator flush and oil degreaser. It's supposed to flush the radiator, degrease the radiator, and remove whatever rust is in there, because if they were using water, there's definitely got to be some sort of rust inside of that cooling system. I can't wait to take that water pump out, because I can guarantee that this fan for the water pump here is probably completely rusted up. I mean, it rotates, but I'm pretty sure that looks all kinds of rusty on that new on that old water pump. So I'm gonna throw myself on a time lapse removing the water pump, which is here, which those are the screws here that I gotta try to get it to. It was easier when I had the motor mount out, because I could just move the motor, lift the motor, and get access to those bolts easier. But there's the alternator. As far as I know, there's 3 bolts. You got 1 up here and then 2 on the bottom, and it should be able to drop right from the bottom. We'll see when I get there, but we'll throw you on the time lapse and get this done. tell you something. This damn thing was a pain in the ass to take out, simply because I didn't do this one thing. I suggest. You see this cooling outlet? There's 1, 2, and underneath this one, 3 bolts. Loosen those enough where this can wiggle, and this part right here pulls out all the way to the tip, and with this part right here wiggling, it allows you to get it past this end. I didn't do that. It was a pain in the ass. Hopefully I didn't crack this or mess this up somehow, but putting it back in, I loosened it up. It went in smoothly. I didn't see any cracks from underneath. I guess we'll figure out how that goes when I bleed the or flush the cooling system. Got the water pump on. Oops. Got the water pump on. Got the pulley on, nice and tight. And so next is putting on the belt and the tensioner. I'm gonna take the tensioner out so it can get out of my way. So that's gonna be the next thing I do now.
Nope.
Okay, I got everything back together. Everything's buttoned up. Belts are on, tensioner's on, water pump's on. I haven't flushed the cooling system yet, but I'm gonna start the car. Hopefully the tensioner doesn't do what it did to the other belt and start squealing and burning the belt. So let's see what we got going here. Alright, so far so good. Everything's rotating. Water pump's dry, that's why you can hear it. So what I'm going to do now is going to get my voltmeter to make sure the alternator is putting out the power it should. Let me try to do this with one hand. When I had the other alternator on and I tested the alternator, I was only getting like 11.60 some odd numbers. So that told me that the alternator wasn't putting out what it was supposed to. I believe it's supposed to be like 14 to 15 or something like that. Definitely higher than 11. So I have it set here to 20 volts. Let's see what number we get. There you go. That's what we want to see. Now the alternator is charging the battery. That's good. So what I'll do now is I'm going to put this on the ground here. Put that on the ground there. So And I'm going to take the positive lead and put it directly. I'm going to put it directly to the wire for the alternator, which is right there where that red tape is. So let's do that. And let's see what we got. Again, that's good. That's what we want to see. We want to see those numbers. Alternator is doing its job. So let me go cut this car off before it fully heats up, so I can start doing the coolant flush. As you saw, I flushed that with water. I put some of the radiator flush stuff I bought. It's idling right now. Most of it was water, but a little bit of the green stuff. That's the stuff they had in here is not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be the orange. So I'm gonna drive it down the street, drive it back, and then I'm gonna finish the process. So flushing out whatever's in there now, and then replacing it with coolant. Okay, so went for the drive, let it heat up. I'm gonna let it cool down. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do the final flush that it's gonna need before it's all set to go. Let it cool down, so that way I can get underneath it and then drain out all that stuff that's in there. Pretty much the same process I did when I was trying to get the green fluid out. I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna let the stop filling it up, let whatever water I can drain out, and then I'm gonna replace it with antifreeze. I'm gonna go with the this stuff. Peak original equipment. It's 50/50. The orange is what this car is supposed to be taking. So I'm gonna go through that process again. I'm not gonna record it. I'll just be back when I'm done and it's ready to go. All right, there we go. That wet spot you see there is, I was watching the water come out, and then once the water emptied out and that stopped dripping, I closed it and I started filling it up with the orange. As you can see, fills with the orange. I still got the heater on, but it's good to go. So there you have it. Focus series is all set for now. So last thing before I go, the guy, and I'm sure I speak for everybody when I say this, the guy who did the AC condenser on this car, because all you had to do was add a tension bolt or something to make it easier to replace the belt on this. Why you have to make it so hard? Oh my god, I swear to god, if that belt has to get replaced again, I'm driving that car with no AC. That's it. I will not put myself through that again. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
It don't even matter what you think you said.